Everybody, good Tuesday morning. So glad you're out there and tuned in to this, the two best hours of local live talk radio on this, the first day of April, otherwise known as April Fool's Day. No pranks played here, though. We're going to shoot straight with you all day, all morning long here. Roger B. here along with, say hi to Rob Atkinson.
Rob's not here this morning.
Rob's and I, we got Tuscaloosa Ted in the building this morning.
That's right, me all morning.
All right. Well, Rob could take another day off to recover from those wisdom teeth there.
I'm not going to bore you this morning.
Oh, not going to bore us this morning. So
I can't do that all morning.
you just
not owing us a DeBoer. Kind of a NATO. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Fine.
Of course, that's the voice of one Charles Frazier here.
There's plenty of parking lot out there, Frazier.
Yeah. Know it. I love a good parking lot.
Meet me out there in 5 minutes. If I'm not there, start without me, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
30,
well,
maybe.
Good morning, guys. This is not just only April Fool's Day, but this is the day where right now, about 10 minutes ago, polls opened around the city of Meridian and other municipalities for municipal elections. So
Decision Day 2025.
I like the way he puked that out. That was good.
Yeah,
Because there's that one guy out there.
That's it. All right, he's a professional radio guy.
Yeah, we're going to use our big bad voice. Get to the polls now till 7 o'clock. Holy smokes.
Wow.
Wait a minute, I've heard him before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change the channel.
He used to announce the concerts at Mississippi Coliseum, Gulf Coast Coliseum.
For my time, yeah, I don't know. Never saw one.
Come to the Gulf Coast Coliseum live.
It is a big day, though. We're gonna find out. There'll be a few things decided tonight, but as far as will we have runoffs in certain races? Yes or no? Well, I guess we'll be determined on that. So
We'll ask our listeners: runoff in mayoral race, yes or no? Let's see. Got some city council spots that would probably demand some of that. Maybe.
let me pull up the sample ballot.
Well, you're doing that. Let's just take a moment to thank our sponsor, like the folks down there at the Magnolia Restaurant.
That's right. When you're, after you vote, before you vote, while you're watching the election returns, whenever you want to, go down and see him at the Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop. They got the long haul breakfast that will keep you going all day long. If you're a poll worker, go down and get one of those because you got a long day ahead of you. And of course, today they got turkey and dressing. Oh, it's a day to be thankful.
Yeah.
Thankful for the right to vote. That's our democratic right.
That's right.
Yes, indeed. And, of course, we've also got the hamburger steak with onions and gravies, chicken livers, beef liver. You love it. Oh, man, they got it down there. Fried chicken, red beans, and rice. And they got the veggie plates. They always got the biggie burger. How big is it, Rob?
Search.
It is the humongous hamburger.
Very, very large.
They call it the biggie burger because it just sounds a lot better. Go down and see him. Exit 150. You know what? If you've got a lunch break, give him a call. By the time you get up there and bring it back to your desk, hot and ready and homemade. Can't beat that. 601-482-0259 is that number. Go see him anytime. You know why? Because they never close. Always open. The Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop. Go see him.
They broke the locks a long time ago.
They did. That's why they don't close. They're like, oh, shoot, the locks are broke. I guess we won't close.
We don't need them sticking locks in the doors.
It's going to cost $1,000 to change the locks.
Yeah, we're good.
We'll just stay open.
How about we just don't close? Yeah.
That'll take care of it.
All right, guys, you want to look at a sample ballot here?
Let's look at a sample ballot. And here
For you Facebook folks, we're going to put this up on the screen for you. We're going to get fancy today.
Oh, fancy and stuff. Look at us.
Here's a sample ballot for the city race of Meridian, Mississippi.
Yeah, this is the Democratic ticket right here. Of course, for mayor, you've got Ty Bell. I'm just reading them as how they're displayed on the ballot. Ty Bell. Percy Bland, Rita Jack, and Jimmy Smith are the four Democratic candidates for mayor. And then in Ward 3, guys, this is going to a runoff, no doubt about that. You got Joy L. Finley, LaQuincy Kimbrough, Sandra Moore, Joseph Norwood, and Tracy V. Timms, all running on the Democratic ticket in Ward 3.
Wait a minute. Run that down there again. Run Ward 3 down there again.
Joey Finley, LaQuincy Kimbrough, Sandra Moore, Joseph Norwood, and Tracy V. Timms. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 folks.
There's going to be a runoff.
Yeah.
That's busy. Yeah.
Ward 4, Democrat, you've got Kim Houston and Ramondi Walker. And then in Ward 5, Democrat, you got 3 individuals. You've got Shirley Bolden Goodwin, Brandon Rue, and Jatara Smith there in Ward 5. On the Republican side, I'll pull that one up for you real quick. Very short ballot here on the Republican side. 2 races today. Ward 1 Republican, you got Elliot Brewer and Elton Reed. And then in Ward 5, you got Chad Acton and Dustin Hill. So that is your ballot today for the Republicans. So that's the way it looks.
Wow.
There we go.
And just for clarification, Jimmy Copeland, because I've been asked this a lot.
Yeah.
Jimmy Copeland is an independent, so he is not taking. He's not running in this primary because he's the independent candidate.
Yeah,
So
he
anyway.
is. He's running for mayor, but he's not. Yeah, he doesn't have an independent challenger, so he's not in the primary process.
Exactly.
And by the way, guys, I did pull this up yesterday so we could bring it to our listeners. We'll do this a couple of times today. The precincts today for the different wards. And Charles, we were looking at the map earlier, and the way they've redrawn this, they approved this back on June the 20th of 2023. And
I disapprove.
But before you get there, I'm going to ask you a question. Is Ward 4 the only ward that's going to be determined today?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
Yeah, Ward
'cause
4 will be determined today.
When you said, because there was just 2 candidates there, it was Ramondi Walker and Kim Houston.
And of course, don't forget that Ward 2, you only have 1 individual on each side. You've got Dwayne Davis, and then you've got Kyle Waller as a Republican. So they have no opponents today. So that's why we did mention them on the sample ballot. So, but of course, if you vote in those wards, you can go check them off if you want to. They're gonna be
Check
there.
that
They're on the ballot.
They're on the ballot. So
Yes or no?
precincts in Ward 1, the voting precincts are Trinity Presbyterian Church, Northcrest Baptist Church, Student Youth Center, and North Park Church. Ward 2 is Meridian Little Theater, Velma Young Community Center, and Oak Grove Baptist Church. Ward 3 is MSU Meridian and El Bethel Missionary Baptist Church. Ward 4 is Old Mount Barton School, Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church, Prince of Peace Christian Fellowship Church. And then in Ward 5, you got 3 precincts, 15th Avenue Baptist Church, Bonita Ridge Apartments, and Trinity Presbyterian Church. And Charles, we were looking at this map earlier. The way they've redrawn this, you saw it earlier. Ward 5 is
Wow.
It is a very
creative.
It is a very interesting map when it comes to Ward 5.
Up with that.
It's just like a big L through the city of Meridian. The way they redrew the district lines.
What are you suggesting by calling it an L? I'm just saying. I'm
well,
asking the
you
question.
Well, you
It's
know.
lovely. Is that what you're saying?
It's a lovely
It's
district.
lovely.
It's a big, beautiful ward. But
You were thinking something more negative, I'm sure, when you said that.
But of course, it is interesting when you look at Ward 1, that beautiful annexed area in the north part of the city right there.
It's not even. There's a little tiny connection, and then boom, a big old.
It's
square.
like the folks up in the annexed area. Their voting precinct is North Park Church, but it's just right up there at the very top of the screen. It's like, yep, there's the annex.
So I've
One, yeah,
okay.
I've just
I
mentioned
gotcha.
the way the map looks, but
All right.
because Ward 3 is kind of Ward 3 and 4 are kind of the western part of the town, and Ward 2 it's funny. Ward 2 and Ward 5 are both on the eastern side, but they kind of share that part. And the line for Ward 5 kind of comes right through the middle of Meridian, and then of course 1 is kind of the northern part of the city.
Just want to give a shout out to our annexed people up there. We appreciate those tax dollars that you pay
that
into the
annex.
coffer. Now, one of these days, we're going to do something real nice for you.
real nice.
I'm sorry.
Stop the flooding.
How about a lot of nice things?
Where'd that come from?
Where'd that come from? So, guys, just wanted to go over that information with you real quick. That's what's on the ballot today here in the city of Meridian. I know other municipalities have races today. I know Clark County, Neshoba, all the other Newton, they all have races today, aldermen and mayors. So get out there and vote. It's very, very important. And I know
Get off your duff.
Get off your. November's always that, that's the universal time to go vote. But these municipal races are also extremely important today, being April the 1st. And of course, if we have to go to runoff in some of these races, April 22nd.
Got to go vote again.
Got to go vote again. So, and I'm
Where do we
at
vote? Oh, whatever.
schools.
Garbage fees.
And of course, what's going to add a lot to the 22nd, that's also going to be the runoff date for District 82.
Correct.
for the House of Representatives. So
Yeah.
Busy.
and you may or may not be taking care of all of that in the same precinct.
And of course, remember with that
Might
race,
be a different precinct for that vote.
it still has not
I
been
mean, a different polling
It
place.
hasn't been certified yet. They're going to certify that race on the 6th, and I know there was just a
4 or 5 votes.
It was a handful of votes separating. What was it?
Denson and Norwood.
Yeah, Denson and Norwood. So, but once it's certified, which I'm pretty sure everything is going to come out kosher on that, but obviously they'll go through that process on the 6th, and we'll have the official runoff coming up on the 22nd. So,
All right, there you have it. Get out and vote
lot
in
of
the
voting.
cities.
Yeah.
It's your duty.
Yeah.
All you municipal dwellers.
Vote early and vote often.
Yeah, a couple times.
I just
Vote
found
4 or
out.
5 each time.
I just found out something. I don't know. I'm just sitting here, just kind of really amazed that I'm a fan of donuts. You've seen me.
Who isn't? Yeah.
Well, I mean, thank you. It's not just a me thing, but I was looking down the list of different deals that are available to those that want to take advantage of deals at, on their April Fool's deal, and Dunkin' Donuts was offering something.
Okay.
And I said, why couldn't we have Dunkin' Donuts right here in Meridian?
Yeah.
And I learned
Okay.
that there is a Dunkin' Donuts kiosk
yes.
in Meehan,
Yes.
Mississippi.
Is that right?
That's what got me
I had
in
no
office.
idea.
That's what got me in office.
That's why he's the mayor of Meehan.
Oh,
So,
the Dunkin' Donuts. Okay.
yeah.
So what's the deal that they've got out there at the Dunkin' Donuts on April 1st?
well, I tell you,
Oh, I thought there was like some special April Fool's Day,
Well,
or maybe that's what you're doing here is saying there's a.
no, I'm just saying that I was looking. I'm got a different page as far as what deals are available. I'm just amazed though that there is the.
The Meehan has a Dunkin' Donuts and Meridian doesn't. Is that what
well,
you're saying?
it's not
like a
it's not a donut shop. It's
Are
a
they
kiosk.
Are they a little larger in Meehan? Do you think? A little bigger people. I'm just suggesting. I don't know. Don't. Rob's getting a little offended.
You know what? I'll step outside with you.
Yeah,
Waddle outside.
don't.
Whoa.
Now the fight begins.
Yes, indeed. The donut
I'll
fight.
meet you out there in 2 months.
I'll get out there.
But the whole point of the story was just finding out that there was some sort of Dunkin' Donut presence in Meridian. Or near Meridian. That's in Meehan, actually, not in Meridian. So
It's not officially in the
Dunkin'.
city. It's not officially in the town limits, but they'll claim it. They'll claim it.
Okay.
now there might be some other kiosks like that around that I don't know about.
Maybe.
But,
So,
but then are they serving up the Dunkin' Donuts coffee there at the
yeah.
shop?
Yeah.
At Meehan?
Now,
Yes, sir.
Honey, pack up the house. We're moving to Meehan.
We heading to Meehan. You know what? So a kiosk. Now to find a Dunkin' Donuts kiosk, what?
It's like when you
I think
walk
it's
in
a
the
cabinet with donuts.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's a cabinet.
It's just a
just
cabinet.
got
It's
a
like
few.
5 or 6 shelves, and they got the donuts.
They're a
and then
couple
they got
weeks old, but they're good enough.
and
I
they got the
mean,
coffee
yeah.
next door. Sometimes it works. Sometimes
Brought
it
these
doesn't.
down from Birmingham the other day.
Yeah.
Let's
So
take a
much sugar
phone
in it,
call
they last
here.
forever.
It's mornings in Meridian. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
Hey guys, I have no idea how to follow all of that.
Neither do we.
I wouldn't.
Listen, Doc, you are wise enough to know exactly how to follow this. Come on in
Yeah,
here.
the Fuel Man is where the kiosk is there, and it's just like you said, it's a little shelf there.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm in Ward 3. I live over on Mosby Road behind Nick and Al's. In 1961, the city annexed that area.
61.
I still don't have sewage.
Wow.
Is
I'm
that
on a
right?
septic- I'm on a septic tank. Our whole street was never, ever given what we're supposed to. And my parents ran a line. They just hired a plumber and ran a line to Westgate Hills behind it.
Mm-hmm.
But where my sister lives now. But my house, I still have a septic tank, and city's supposed to provide those services when they annex. But
Just hang
maybe-
in there. I know this was back in the 60s, but one of these days we're going to do something
Maybe.
real nice for you.
Right.
so I bought a plot of land behind me in the woods, and I found a sewage down there. So I'm going to call the city and see if they'll run it for me.
Well, sir,
From Druid Hill.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I tell you what,
Yeah.
you might want to just wait until Mrs. Henson has
We'll
her
see.
elections.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't pull favors anyway. So.
No. We're not saying pulling favors. It's just kind of like making sure you have all your ducks lined up.
Right.
Yeah. By the way, I went to vote, and I didn't know this. Unless there's a Democrat and a Republican running in your ward, they don't register by parties, and everybody gets to vote for everybody. So I went in and I was able to vote for the. They just handed me the ballot for the Ward 3 Democrats
Yeah.
because I don't have any Republicans in there, and I thought I was going to have to cross over and vote Democrat but they just did it automatically. So I was well done. It was easy to get in and out.
Oh, okay.
How
There
was
you go.
how was things looking at the precinct this morning with folks?
They were friendly, and I think my sister came in the same time I did. We were the 5th and 6th voters
Okay.
at 7:05. So,
Okay, good. All right.
So we know there's been at least 6 voters. So
All right.
Well,
6 people.
that's good. All right.
at least.
Got you a sticker.
Anyway,
Well, very
Yeah.
good. Now, of course, now it's interesting because now Beverly Henson will be on the
Right.
ballot in
on
June
June 3rd.
June 3rd, yeah.
as a Republican. So you're just kind of going there saying who you'd like to have as maybe her opponent.
That's right. I voted for the both city council and for the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It's interesting. Politics is interesting here. You can do
It
that.
is.
You can do that.
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, you can. So,
People can go
anyway,
to the polls today and decide who they think they'd like to. Let's just say, for example, Jimmy Copeland's not on the ballot because he's an
Right.
independent. You could go and
So you
decide.
can vote for who you want as opponent to be.
You could go and vote for who you want his opponent to be.
Right. I
Interesting.
Sandbagging.
just drove by Trinity Presbyterian, and they're crowded.
Good.
There's a lot of cars there.
Should there be a runoff, of course.
Good deal.
They probably have free
Right.
donuts over there.
Right.
There you go. Well,
Now,
good.
our church has county voting as a precinct, but not city. So if there is a runoff on April 22nd, I'll have to go vote at 2 different polling booths.
Yeah, that's
I'll have
right.
to go to my church
So-
for the state representative, and then go to El Bethel for the city. So
It's interesting.
but-
A lot of churches involved in polling places. That's kind of interesting.
yeah, they reached out to us, and we were more than happy to do it.
Yeah.
Being part of the community.
Yeah, it's a nice thing to do to open up. I remember early on when I was in grade school, our school was a polling place. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember,
me too. See,
I remember
Yeah, me
people
too.
coming to our school. and-
separation of church and state. Whatever happened to that?
yeah, well,
What did y'all vote on back then?
Oh, I don't. I voted for more recess myself,
Was
but
it
that
school
was.
bond issues? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Now, them grown-ups coming in the parking lot, I don't know who they were voting for or what it was about, but I was voting for an extra 10 minutes of recess.
Yeah, and that brings up a whole other question. If you've got people coming in to vote, and there's no telling what their background is, and they haven't done a background check, and then they're in there at the school, so that could be a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course, that was back
Anyway.
in the 70s when you didn't worry about
Back
some
when you
things.
didn't think about those things.
You really didn't, did you? You just
No.
thought about love and peace and
Son of Sam.
ecology and
Son of Sam.
Vietnam.
I mean, I'm just saying there were a lot of bad things that happened in the 70s.
Vietnam, Watergate. We
Bell
didn't,
bottoms.
we
yeah.
didn't start the fire.
Oh wow.
Okay, I'm going to go now.
Yeah. Like we will too. Yeah.
Thank you for the.
care.
That's bad when our callers say, "Okay, I'm gonna go now."
I got to get out of here.
Bye, guys.
Thank
See
you. All right, Dr. Ralph Henson checking in this morning. That sounds so
fantastic.
good.
So Trinity's wrapped up this morning with folks. Good.
Trinity prayers.
Yeah, that would be in Ward 1. So that's good news for Ward 1. That'd be Mr. Brewer and Mr. Reed.
People are getting out the vote. To the phones we go. Good morning. Welcome.
All the city annexed areas, Eagle Point and everywhere else, will have services within a couple of years after being annexed. Loblolly Pine will employ hundreds.
Oh,
The Coal Scout beef plant will be great for Mississippi. The Kemper County coal plant will be one of the most magnificent things that has ever happened to our state, and you don't have to pay any more income tax.
outstanding. Outstanding.
I thought that was an elimination thing.
And politicians wonder why we don't trust them and know that they are lying most of the time when they open their mouth. Every one of them, almost. So, anyway,
Whew.
thanks a lot.
Well, that sums it up right there.
That's
doesn't
a
it?
great litany of
Okay.
past political promises failed.
I mean, there's no
PSA is brought to you
cynicism
by-
there. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Cynical
I mean,
voters.
it's funny because it's true. I mean,
Yeah, that one, yeah.
oh man.
Well, yes.
Yeah, don't you worry. When we get you annexed, you're going to have all the things that the people in the city have.
That water's gonna flow beautifully.
It's only been 70 years.
Y'all gonna have a good police presence too. Fire.
1961,
Don't worry about it.
and they don't have it yet.
I got some good news. I'm from the city, and we're here to annex you.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, joy.
Yeah. Call the real estate agent. We selling.
Yay for the county.
Mornings in Meridian. I do have some people out there that think the way I do, make the city limit the county line. Combined services. Mornings in Meridian. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
Back to the donuts right quick.
Let's talk about what's important.
I was-
Exactly.
That's the
I
break.
was in New Jersey about a month ago visiting my daughter,
Yeah.
and every time I turned around, I saw Dunkin' Donuts. So I got curious.
Mm.
Guess how many Dunkin' Donut locations in the state of New Jersey?
743.
868.
Good night.
Wow.
They eating some donuts up there.
Wow.
Jersey love them donuts.
I like me some.
Every direction I walked from her apartment was a Dunkin' Donut. within less than a quarter mile.
So I ask yous here.
It's only surprised.
If New Jersey can have 800 plus Dunkin' Donuts, why couldn't Meridian, for example, like have one?
Absolutely.
Put that on the ballot.
I promise you.
Right. We're
You know,
fat
when you
too.
get to the-
I mean, hey.
when you get to the airport, you want to scurry and get your luggage,
Yeah.
and down there where you pick your luggage up, there's a Dunkin' Donuts.
That's
Love it.
smart.
Now,
Yeah.
people, Dunkin's coffee is really good coffee to me.
It
Now,
is,
I don't
it
know
is.
about other people, but I like it now. And you can buy it off the shelf in the store
Yeah,
and put it in your personal coffee maker. But just those good sturdy Dunkin' Donuts. Those have started many people's mornings. Now it might
Well,
explain.
Rob, I have one question for Rob. If that made you Mayor Succolini, you think I can win Mayor of Collinsville on Dunkin' Donuts?
I bet you could.
You can do it, man.
Darn straight you
right.
can.
You get Dunkin' in Collinsville, and you are mayor.
You will run unopposed for the rest of your life.
You brought the donuts here.
You brought the donuts here.
Vote for him. Vote for donuts.
Y'all have a good day.
Appreciate it.
Excellent call. Thank you. Now, I like calls like that.
See, that's a good campaign.
I'm going to drive home today, and there's going to be like just a bombardment of people at that. Like, they're going to be like, why are so many people in here? It's like, well, he was talking about on radio this morning.
Dunkin' Donuts.
We found Dunkin' Donuts. It's out there close to me.
That was so important. We allowed that call to take us through the Fox News break.
That's that special election talk and Musk and Doge and
Oh, I
all
know
that stuff.
I know what you're talking about. The special election talk of the Democrat in Wisconsin is saying the billionaires are trying to buy a seat on the Wisconsin Supreme Court, but the candidate is backed by George Soros, a billionaire. Oh, isn't it so wonderful?
And then you got the 2 seats in Florida, which one of those is definitely a slam dunk for Republicans because that's Gates' seat there on the
Yes, yeah.
Panhandle. The other one around the Daytona area, leaning Republican, but we'll see how that works out tonight. So,
Well, wouldn't it be wonderful if they got a Republican? I don't know. Let's take
okay.
a phone call.
It's going to be a big, beautiful night.
You see, was it Kid Rock in the White House yesterday?
I saw that. Yeah, he was
Wow.
there for the executive order signing yesterday.
Talking about executive order to full transparency on event ticketing.
Yeah, the scalping thing. Yeah.
Ooh, wow. People used to make a lot of money off that scalping business. Let's take a phone call here at Mornings in Meridian.
They still do.
They still, yeah.
Well, grab some steaks and win this right quick now.
Hey, come on in here.
Hello.
Can I hear you, man, on the street?
Hey, good morning, good morning. Hey, how y'all doing this morning?
Yeah. Who you talking to out there?
Man, I was trying to grab me an egg biscuit this morning, man.
All right. Get an egg biscuit. Too bad you couldn't go to Dunkin' Donuts. Anyway.
Well, too bad I couldn't get that steak with that egg. Can you believe your signature sandwich and you got a steak? Hey, y'all short on cows out there? All the cows, yeah. Hey, we done send all the cows to China.
You try to wait a minute. You're trying to get a steak biscuit, and they don't have a steak.
I wanted me steak, egg, biscuit this morning.
Yeah.
And they didn't have no steak. I ate.
Okay. All right. Well,
That's all. Hey, the tariffs. That's okay. The tariffs gonna straighten that out.
well. It's all those cows they've been wanting to do away with because they've been ruining the environment.
Methane. Yeah. Flatulence.
Trying to put
It's what it is.
trying to put diapers
Cow
on.
farts. Okay. Can we say that on the air?
Hey, listen. I got a couple of beefs this morning. One beef feels that.
Nice
Yeah,
pun
segue.
there.
I like that.
Nice segue.
Yeah.
Can't get a steak biscuit. I have a beef. All right, gotcha.
I have a beef, man. I have a beef. Listen, why can't we ignore those road judges? When the president give out an order, why can't we?
Well,
What's the penalty?
yeah, I couldn't answer that except that I know judges generally could, if they wanted to, make your life pretty miserable.
Right, but that's you and I though, Roger. But we talking about the president of the United States.
Yeah. Well, I think, in all honesty, I think he's trying to, challenge it through the normal process so that no one can come back and say, well, he's above the law and he's, start accusing him of being a dictator and a tyrant.
So what it sounds like to me, that's what the judges are doing.
Well, it's amazing how much power and legislation, how much power, and get this, folks, legislation that is coming from the bench, the judges.
That's why that race in Wisconsin is so important today. So,
and it used to be the three branches. You got the executive, and you got the legislative. The legislative, that's your Congress, and then you have the judicial. But why do you need Congress if the judges are going to decide everything?
Right, and so for a long time,
could save a lot of money that way.
Exactly, you could. So this is showing us for a long time we all never really paid this much attention when it comes down to the judges and sort. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We didn't realize it until the last few years or so that how important it is to get out here and vote, even for the judgeships.
Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Yeah. So another thing, can I get defamation? Can I get a defamation against all of these peoples and Congress peoples and whoever is singing "We Shall Overcome," and that has nothing to do with whatever their agenda is. that was famous for when the Civil Rights Movement, and there were both white and blacks in that movement. So I want to get a defamation. I want them to stop using that.
You want to stop using the song "We Shall
Cultural
Overcome"?
appropriation.
Yeah.
What are they overcoming? Where are they singing?
Right, exactly.
I guess
They
Trump.
ain't
Oh,
overcoming
Trump's singing it?
anything.
No, Trump's not singing.
Okay, who's singing it? Oh, the Democrats are singing it.
Oh, the Democrats, they always run to that. That has nothing to do with y'all idiocy. It doesn't. That was during the civil rights movement, and that was for that organization. It is not for you leftist knucklehead singing "We Shall Overcome." I think that's wrong. I need to find out how I can get a lawsuit on them.
Well, good luck with that. But then again, what judge would you appear before? And then you never know how that's going to go.
I'm going to go out there shopping, Roger. There's someone out there somewhere I'll go with it.
go out there shopping.
I love it. I love it.
There's some money in it for you somewhere.
Y'all have a great day. I'm headed over to the Alabama this morning, and we're gonna see y'all on the other side.
Well, listen.
All right,
Do you live inside the city though?
Do I live inside the city?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you have voted. You're going to make sure you vote today, right?
I'm gonna make sure I vote today. Yes.
Okay,
right.
good deal. All right, good to hear.
Some donuts too.
All right, then y'all have a good one.
Yeah, while you're over in Alabama, bring us some Dunkin' Donuts.
Please. Desperate
They'll
here.
be extra fresh tomorrow.
That's right. It's Mornings.
Donuts
This has
don't go
been
bad.
a
I mean,
fun
what are we
show
talking
this
about?
morning. Good calls. Good calls. I'm glad I got up this morning. Of course, I'm always glad I get up in the morning.
As opposed to the alternative.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Hey, I tell you what I'm also glad about. There's a great place to go to start something. I'm talking about folks at Battery One Source.
That's right. If you can't get up, well, you don't need a battery for that. But if your car won't start, then Battery One Source is the place to go. 2618 North Frontage Road In between exit 152 and 153, they have batteries for every need and description: watches, remote cell phones, even laptop computers. And, of course, a laptop computer doesn't have a battery. It's a desktop. We'll make it a laptop. Once again, go see John Dufour and his crew. And, of course, if your cell phone's broken, they got the best cell phone repair guy in the business.
Sir.
Yep, he'll bring it in for that quick fix. Golf cart service and repair, second to none. It is golf cart season. I tell you what, it's beautiful out there, and it's time to play. So get that golf cart serviced and repaired. 2618 North Frontage Road is Battery One Source, your one source for batteries. 601-693-1500. They're open 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday.
All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're out there. You too can be part of the show. We probably ought to get this little break in and come back and pay a couple of bills. We love doing that because we love you to hear about some of our sponsors. I'm working on that donut company.
Ah.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back. I'm Roger. He's Rob.
Yeah.
Charles is there.
Yeah, I'm over here.
Don't go anywhere. Of you out there that remember it was Jimmy Cliff that sang this song. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
No, he was the original. Interesting.
Jimmy Cliff. He is 81 years old today. So happy birthday. If today is your birthday on this, the first day of April, we got one of our listeners, Tammy, who has a birthday today. Tammy, happy birthday. Get us something nice like some Dunkin' Donuts and bring them to the studio. Just kidding.
Something on your
Yeah,
birthday.
it's your birthday.
It's April Fool's. That's what they should do. You know?
Well, she's part of the sales team, so I just thought I'd just harass a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's happy birthday. Let's see, other birthdays include on this day the late Debbie Reynolds, the lovely actress. We lost her in 2016. And of course, Jane Powell, the famous actress, lost her in 21.
Jane Powell.
Yeah, she was 96.
She's famous.
Yes, she
Never heard
was.
of her.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go on.
Let me give you
lesson.
some
Here we go. Here we go.
three words. Turner Classic Movies.
I can't get it. I don't. It won't. It won't.
You need
show
to
up. I
Turner
know.
Classic Movies. You'll
I've
know all about
tried.
Jane Powell.
Well, they won't. I can't subscribe to it.
You can't subscribe to it?
No, I tried to
You
do
can
it
subscribe-
online, and they're like, "Oh, you got to call." I'm like, I am not calling a 1-800 number to subscribe to a channel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should
Not doing it.
You shouldn't have to.
No, I agree.
This is the
Do everything
20
online.
This
My
is,
goodness.
Say 19,
I should be
20,
able to
20.
just
This is the
text
21st
something.
century.
You know, scan a code, then I'm signed up. But,
Yeah.
Anyway. Whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's Mornings in Meridian. We want to say a big shout out there to those that are getting out there and going to the polls. Thank you to the poll workers, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Polls are open in Meridian, and we want to say a big thank you to them for getting up and making sure that we have opportunity to carry out our democratic process.
That's right.
Democracy is alive and well in Meridian, Mississippi, and other surrounding communities.
That's right.
Let's take a phone call here at 601-485-9191. Roger, Rob, and Charles here with you. Good morning, caller.
Hey, good morning, Honka Honka Burning Love. You know what I mean?
I thought he was dead. Wow. Elvis.
Elvis. Well, actually, he lives in a little 2-bedroom apartment right here in Meridian.
Of course.
Yeah. Walks his dogs every day. Nobody notices.
I've got a synonym for y'all.
Okay.
Isn't that what you call it when one word?
Wait a minute now. I don't want anything to have to do with sin. I don't like sin. I'm against it.
Could you start calling, to be politically correct, people that are dumb, call them AIs? Artificial intelligence?
Well, no, that's
I didn't know what the A
If they
stood
think
for,
they're
but
smart and they're really not, you just call them AI.
yeah.
So,
Well, the problem
anyway,
is, though,
that was
AI.
just the first cup thought.
Yeah. You know, I was listening. It's funny you mentioned that because I was watching the cyber guy on Fox News this morning and talking about how all this inquiry that we do with Chat GPT, for example, it's basically building a good profile of you because it's taking all that information and building. I mean, you'd be amazed, I guess, how much it actually collects and knows about you. Then So it's kind of scary. So AI is pretty smart. AI is pretty sharp. Now,
Well,
there's other words you could use.
FI.
This morning.
fake intelligence.
Fake intelligence. That's it.
Not artificial, just fake.
Fake intelligence. There you go.
Y'all keep talking about donuts. Do they have any Type 2 donuts out there?
2.
I'm sure they are. That's sugar-free, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, what's the
Yeah,
point of
but
that?
Then there's the carbs.
Those are bagels.
You can forget bread if you're diabetic. You can just
Well, that's
I
true.
enjoyed bread when I could eat it, but
All right.
yeah,
Well,
bread, carbs,
for
sweets.
for you, we'll have some nice rice cakes for you.
Wow,
Yeah.
lovely. Yeah.
There you go.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Put a hole in
kind
them.
of full of carbs too.
Just-
Can't eat a whole lot of rice.
Hmm.
It's very limited. I'm telling you right now. I hope. I keep seeing this advertisement on Facebook about Elon has come up with something for diabetics, and Big Pharma's been lying to us for decades about it. There's an easy way to fix it, but I hadn't clicked on it and listened to it. But
Yeah.
maybe there's something to it. But I sure wish there was something where I could not feel bad when I walk past those pecan pies in Walmart. Oh man, those things are good. Like like Homer Simpson with a donut.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm going to go do my civic duty and see if anything changes. I hope it does for the better.
What ward are you in?
I'm in 3.
In 3. Gotcha. Okay.
3.
3.
How many's running in 3? I know Joe Norwood's incumbent. Miss Henson, the Republican.
Miss Henson is running unopposed on the Republican side. Ward 3, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 folks in Ward 3 on the Democratic side.
Good Lord.
So if you
I
vote
didn't
today,
realize
you'll
there was
vote
that many of
for.
them.
Now, is her name on the ballot? It wouldn't be on the ballot until next time, right? Or is it there?
I mean, I've only got sample ballots for what's being contested today.
Yeah.
So,
So we're just. I don't know if she'd be on the ballot or not. Anyway.
Well, I've done decided in 4 years if things aren't better, I'm going to run.
Whoa.
All right.
All right, we heard it here first. He just announced.
Well, that's going to be a new low, I can tell you.
Yeah.
And Mr. Harding got 5 votes, yeah.
There you go.
That's optimistic.
But anyway, well, I'm listening, and I'm waiting for the Hash to call in with his prophecy for the day.
Yeah. Well.
And me and him both live in the city, so
Yes, you
you
do.
know, but there's a guy in Philadelphia runs a store up there named Beams, and him and Has have an awful. We went. Me and my buddy went up there Saturday. He said, "Does that guy look a lot like Has to you?" I said, "You know he does, doesn't he?"
Oh, poor guy.
So if they chance to meet up with each other,
Mm-hmm.
they'd probably say, "We need to do a genealogy check. I think you may be my brother." But
Well, there you go,
they
brother.
look an awful lot alike.
There you go.
Two of
But
them.
anyway,
All right. Well, listen. Good to hear from
I
you.
don't have sewer in front of my house either.
Really? Well-
Yeah, and this house has been here since '77.
Wait a minute. You're saying you're on a septic tank?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Hey, you know, once we annex you there, we're going to do some nice things
That's
for
right.
you.
Real nice. Real
just,
nice.
Just hang in there. We're going to get around to you.
Jelly of the Month Club. Yeah.
We don't know if it'll be this century or the next, but
Apparently next, yeah.
Just look at all the extra services you get when you join this city there. There you go.
Well, you get to
Right.
vote in the city. That's about the one thing you get to
There
do.
you go. You get to go to the ballot box. That's
Right.
right. All righty then.
All right, I'm listening. I
Yes,
thought
sir.
I'd call in with that
Yep.
chuckle, but maybe that was just me chuckling. I don't know.
Well, that's all right. Thanks for calling. Check it. But we appreciate that, sir. Lefty checking in today. Thank you. It's Mornings in Meridian, and of course, there is that opportunity that is going to come your way. I call it an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to go meet Adam Carmichael and Adam McCree.
Adam and Adam.
And that is when that rock
Oh.
flies up off that tire. And and hits that windshield.
Yeah.
And, ooh, you got to do something about it.
Yes, you do. And then what you've got to do is go see Adam and Adam in 8A Glass, 217 22nd Avenue, also known as Sailor Ward
Calhoun
Parkway. Just 2 doors down from the Meridian Children's Museum. And that's where you'll find the #1 glass replacement company here in town. And they've been #1 for 10 years running. I think they know what they're doing at this point. It's just so easy. All you got to do is call 601-693-GLASS or go see them, and they'll get you that quick repair or replacement. Either one, whatever they deem appropriate. They're open 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. That's A&A Glass. 601-693-GLASS.
Thank you, Adam Carmichael, and thank you, Adam McCree.
Just say Adam and Adam. Thank you, Adam and Adam.
And Adam.
Adams.
All right, up and Adam. Let's go to the phones. Good morning, caller. Thank you for calling.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Hey,
the mayor.
We have the mayor of Suckalina, Mississippi.
Well, I got a news flash for you. Suckalina made history yesterday.
Really?
You know, King Charles, we got royalty in our community, as you very well know, the royal wedding you had on your show one time.
Oh,
And,
yes. Uh-huh.
King Charles heard about him, so invited that couple over to Great Britain. They knighted him, since he's royalty, into the knighthood of the Great Britain, you know, and they dubbed her Lady Anne.
now have royalty in Sucalina, and I just want to let you, pass that news flash along because, of such great importance that the royalty makes in our community.
So Queen Anne, huh? Queen Anne.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Lady Anne.
But you still have full authority as mayor, though, right?
Well, between me and Buddy, we do.
Okay. Now we got you.
Right.
Yeah.
King Buddy.
Now, today being April Fool, that don't have anything to do with it because, that's true facts.
There you go.
True facts. We believe it.
There you go. Good.
Okay, that's enough foolishness. You're having a wonderful show, so I get off there and hope everybody has a great day.
There you go. Thank you, Brother Benny. Check it in there with us. It's been a great morning, guys.
Always running unopposed.
Yes, that's right. Always unopposed. Just like the
Intimidates
guy.
the other candidates.
Just like that guy Meehan.
Yeah.
Rob.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Mayor
Come
Rob.
on. Who could run against him?
Yeah. So next time I'm down that way, I'm gonna stop in the. What's the name of that store?
Mr. Few.
Yeah.
Mr. Is there a Mrs. Fuel?
I don't know.
Okay.
Still looking for it.
Gender equity, Would they could transition to a Mrs. Fuel?
I got offended.
Ms. Fuel. Ms. Fuel.
I got offended by that.
Let's take a phone call. Good morning. Welcome.
Crazy.
I have to disagree with Lefty. Don't do it very often, but Democrats don't have any intelligence, artificial or otherwise.
No. Oh, man.
Yeah.
As out of touch as they are, you figure they're from another planet. Y'all ever heard of Uranus?
Drive by.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Wow. Did you hear what he said?
Oh, so.
Okay.
They're not from. Well, okay. I'm not even going there.
Yeah, it's probably best not to.
Uranus.
Speeding toward the top of the hour. Other things. There is polls are open. There's an election going on. Do that. Make sure. This is kind of an interesting story. Elon Musk responds to Ashley St. Clair.
And who's Ashley St. Clair?
Well, Ashley St. Clair. Elon Musk is firing back at his alleged baby mama, Ashley St. Clair, over how much child support she's getting for their baby. St. Clair told the Daily Mail that her support was cut 60% by Musk.
From what to what?
I don't know, but on X, Musk stated, "I don't know if the child is mine or not, but I'm not against finding out."
Okay.
So no court order is needed, despite not knowing for sure. I have given without knowing for sure whether that was his child, I've given Ashley $2.5 million.
Wow.
And I'm sending her $500,000
like a one-night stand?
$500,000 a year. The influencer mom
$500,000
previously
a year.
shared that the Tesla CEO named their child.
That's just not enough. It's not enough.
How can I live on that?
I can't live on $2 million.
$2.5 million and half a million a year.
I can't live on $500,000 a year. Oh.
Pretty stingy.
I'm pretty sure
that would be tough.
I'm pretty sure that child's getting every penny of it.
He can't.
Everything's going to the child. It's all about child
Hence
support.
the words child support.
Right.
Yes.
Baby mama support. Sounds
You
like.
darn right.
Yeah, that's.
Mama need a new pair of shoes.
How do you start feeling sorry for somebody in that situation? Where does that start?
I don't.
Where's the compassion
Where's the
come from?
sympathy? Yeah, none.
He cut my thing, my 60%.
So is that the cut rate? Is $500,000?
No, he says I'm sending her $500,000 a year, so maybe he's
That's
giving
the
her
cut
more.
rate.
Maybe
He was giving her like $1 million, and now it's gone down.
It's like, according to the report on X there. So
I bet there won't be any more kids from Ashley St. Clair.
No.
that's right.
Bump it up to $1 million, and maybe we'll do
Negative Ghost Rider.
All right.
Mornings in Meridian. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Morning.
Thank you. Good. Yeah. Come on in.
Hey, I'm just trying to get everybody to go out and vote today.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you? Well, I would, but they won't let me in the poll. I couldn't do it.
They won't let you in a lot
That
of
ain't
places.
stopped some in the past, but
Yeah.
especially
Dead people, you name it.
Come on now. Come on.
especially out there in Ward 5. I need all the help I can get in this primary.
Oh, wait a minute.
I know this voice.
We have a candidate here on the phone. Introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Chad Acton. I'm running for Ward 5 City Councilman.
Chad. All right. There you go. Good phone call. Thanks for checking in, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
How do things look at the polling house?
Hey, I'm telling you what, there's a lot of signs and a lot of people.
A lot of signs. Well, that's good.
Now, who are you going to vote for?
Well, I'm voting for the only one in the general can flip it Republican. That's Chad Acton.
Oh, there we go. All right. Well, Chad, thanks for checking in here.
Hey, Chad, proud of you, buddy. Good job on your race, man.
Well, I appreciate it. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. It's Mornings in Meridian. What we're going to do now is join Fox News, and we'll be back on the other side. Stay tuned. Time flies when we're having fun on the 1st of April. We're already into the second hour, deep into it. Roger, along with Rob Atkinson.
Hello.
We've got Charles Frazier.
We do.
We've got you out there.
Place your bets. Place your bets.
On this
All right.
on this election morning for our municipalities. Yes, polls are open. They've been open over an hour now, and people are lining up. People are voting in their various precincts here in the Meridian area and also other cities around the area that are having their elections. Excuse me.
Ah!
Whoa. What is that? Choking on that donut. Whoa.
Okay, sorry,
Hello.
guys. All right, yeah. Whew, okay, that
All
don't
right.
know where that came from. Hey, we've got a good show here going, so let's keep it going. Our number is 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
I'm doing well, gentlemen. Elliot Brewer here.
Elliot!
Elliot Brewer. Tell me, sir, what are you doing today?
Well, actually, I took some advice from a dear friend, and I have taken the day off. We have went and voted this morning as a family. Took my kids to show them, outline for them their civic duty and how they need to have their voice heard, which is what I'm hoping the residents of Ward 1 do today.
Did you get them to vote too?
Well, I tried, but the ladies behind the counter said that it wouldn't work this time because I was in the Republican line, not the Democrat.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Shots fired. Love it. Yeah.
Gee whiz.
I couldn't help myself. Sorry, guys.
I know.
But at any rate, so we voted this morning, took kids to school, and so I'm going to keep my head down today. I've done all that I can do. At this point, is in the voters' hands. So I'm putting my faith in the Lord. It's going to come out the way I need it to. We're going to go watch some baseball this evening at Phil Harden.
Good
Waiting on
deal.
those polls to roll in.
Good
All right.
deal. Well,
Yeah.
Elliot, you've run one heck of a campaign. Good job. So.
Well, I appreciate it. We've been in front of we did a little over 1,400 houses one way, and then recanvassed about 600 more just to follow up in the last week, trying to remind people of the primary day. So
There you go.
we put a lot of miles. I think I'm gonna have to buy me a new pair of shoes on the other side of this.
We'll have
Not worn the soles out.
the Brewer Shoe Fund.
There you go.
That's right.
Go
right.
shoe me or something.
Yeah.
All righty. Hey, that sounds good, sir. Well, listen, thanks for calling in. Of course, folks, a good reminder. It is the time to get out and vote. So
Look, gentlemen, I appreciate y'all very much. I hope everybody has a great day today.
All right, thanks
you,
for the
sir.
call.
All right.
All right, it's Mornings in Meridian.
Appreciate these-
Candidates
Yeah.
feeling at ease to call in. If you're a candidate, you want to call in 601-485-9191. 601-485-9191. Of course, looking forward to having fun discussing the results tomorrow on our show.
Look at the ballot again here.
There's a sample ballot if you're on our Facebook page.
Yep, I got it up right now.
Walk us through that, sir.
City of Meridian Democrat Mayor. You got Ty Bell, Percy Bland, Rita Jack, and Jimmy Smith. Ward 3 council person. You've got Joy Finley, LaQuincy Kimbrough, Sandra Moore, Joseph Norwood, and Tracy V. Timms, runoff. And Ward 4 Democrat, you've got Kim Houston and Ramondi Walker. And then in Ward 5 Democrat, you've got Shirley Bolden Goodwin and Brandon Root and Jatara Smith. On the Republican side, these are contested races today. Ward 1, Elliot Brewer, Republican. Elton Reed is the other candidate in that race for Republican in Ward 1. And then Ward 5, you got two individuals in that race on the Republican ticket, that being Chad Acton and Dustin Hill. So those are the contested races today. Now, remember, Copeland, Mr. Jimmy Copeland is an independent. He'll be on the general election ticket. Also in Ward 2, you've got Dwayne Davis running unopposed today on the Democratic side. And, of course, Kyle Waller is going to be running unopposed. Of course, don't forget about Miss Beverly Henson as well. She's running unopposed in her ward as well on the Republican ticket. So all of those folks will be in the general election coming up in early June. And remember, if we do have runoffs, which we probably will, and probably a couple of these races tonight, those will happen on April the 22nd, same day as that runoff in District 82. Wow. So if you live in 82, you're going to have to vote at your county precinct. You're going to vote in the... Being over all those details once we get to runoff day. So there you go, guys. There's your ballots for today.
Ballots for today. Good job. Let's go to the phones here. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Good morning, guys. I come in peace. Love everybody. There's nothing you can do about it.
Not a thing.
All right. I bring you greetings from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh.
We got Miss Cincinnati James checking in.
Yes, sir. Back in the natty.
Back in the
Hey,
natty.
check this out now.
All right.
We got, for mayor, running for mayor, we have J.D. Vance, half-brother, is running for mayor here in Cincinnati.
Wow.
Vice President J.D. Vance, half-brother.
What's his name?
Running. Brewer. They don't have the same last name. I believe it's Brewer.
All right.
Can't think of it right now.
Okay. Do you vote up there or you vote down here?
I vote all over. No, just up here. Up here.
Several times.
I was going to say,
Many times.
wait a minute. He votes Democrat all the time then. He votes all over. Just kidding. Hey.
Well, when I vote all over, I can vote all different things.
Yeah.
That way they can't keep up with me.
There
So
you
when
go.
they say, who did you vote for? I vote for him and him and him in different locations.
And that guy twice.
Just joking.
So who would you like to see the mayor of Cincinnati, Ohio?
Oh, it's up in there.
You haven't decided
The current guy's on the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll see how it shake out.
Okay.
But the little town that Trump, whether he lied or whether he just said it, that they're eating the dogs and the cats. The storm came
Great
through.
song. Yeah.
They're eating the cats.
Storm came through and ripped that little city apart. Yep. So they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating your pets.
They're eating all of the pets. The pets.
That's when I expected the people with the white coat to come out and take him away when he made that statement. But he ran a hell of a campaign. Well, I won't say that. I just let that part be. Don't want to ruffle any feathers. Some people truly, I talk about a metaphor. I like talking metaphors.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a lot of people that rug have been pulled. Now, I'm 67 years old, so I've been hearing how corrupt the government is, how bloated it is for over 50 years. Okay, you got Trump and Elon in there, and they reducing it, breaking it down, sizing it down, say they're getting rid of the fraud and everything. Well, that pulls the carpet from under a lot of people. And a lot of people are doing some irrational stuff as far as Elon and dealerships and all that type stuff. Oh, it's irrational because they done had the carpet pulled from under them. And they acting that way. Have you guys ever heard of a book called Who Moved My Cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sort of symbolizes what's going on now with these changes.
Mm-hmm.
You can either, get on board with changes, it's inedible, do what you got to do, but a change will come.
Mm-hmm.
It will come. So anyway, I'll just be listening in to see how things shake out in Meridian, the election.
All right. Well, appreciate you reaching out all the way from Ohio, sir.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
All right. Miss Cincinnati James checking in.
That was the sequel to Who Cut the Cheese?
That was...
Who moved the cheese?
That's a always reoccurring mystery.
Especially in here. Yeah. Who was that?
It's like Jim.
Look at Rob going.
It's like Jim Carrey when he gets off the elevator.
I did it. It was me.
It's Mornings in Meridian. I want to thank Barber and Son Plumbing. I don't know why I started thinking about them, but
wow.
It's probably a good time to talk about Barber and Son Plumbing to help keep all that is unpleasant out of your home and business and going toward the sewer should the city decide to hook you up to it.
If you are lucky enough to have a sewer.
If you are annexed and are lucky enough to be connected to the sewer.
Yeah, send it to your septic if you're annexed. That's fine. 1123 26th Avenue is where you'll find Barber and Sons Plumbing, and they are the experts in town for all things plumbing. They've been in business for over 80 years. Now, if you need plumbing supplies or parts, or if you're do-it-yourselfer, you take a picture of the part that's broken or bring it in, and Gary Barber will sell you the right part. Not only will he do that, he will give you detailed instructions on how to replace it.
He can do it.
It's like a mini university course right there.
It is. We call it Plumbing University.
We
PU,
do call it
if you will.
PU, exactly. You can get your degree there. And, of course, if you need them to come to your home or business, they're happy to do that as well. All you got to do is call them, 601-482-7023. But it's real, it's entertaining to go there. Gary's always got a great story. The cats hanging out, people hanging out there. I mean, it's just like a social event.
It's great.
1123 26 Plumbing, 26th Avenue, Barber and Sons Plumbing, 601-482-7023.
I say they rename that street.
Yeah.
Name it
Barber Street.
Plumbing Avenue.
Plumbing Avenue, Barber.
That's just plumb crazy.
Plumb crazy.
The corner of Barber and Plumbing. There you go.
Barber.
Good folks out there. I tell you what, I attend PU. I go to Plumbing University there whenever I have
a little bit of the PU going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get too close.
Don't get too close. All right, it's Mornings in Meridian. Let's take another phone call here at 601-485-9191. Good morning.
Well, if you rename that street, you won't have to worry about any backups.
Oh, love it. Yes. Don't put a random light there, for example.
Right.
I mean, people are sharp on the 1st of April here this morning.
Wow, no fools today.
So, just got a question. How do y'all feel, and how does your audience feel about independent candidates in a local election? We kind of get on this thing, Republican or Democrat, but on a local election, those values really aren't coming through like they are on a national election. I've never met a pothole or a budget that was Republican or a Democrat. People want their taxes lower, they want the budget balanced, and they want their roads fixed. They want things taken care of. So why are we so stuck on Republican and Democrat and not as open to an independent? Because if you look at the rolls, I don't think very many independents have been elected in any city or local, any city or governmental election over the past couple of years.
Viney.
And when I say last couple
So
of
you
years,
sound
I mean
like
50 years.
you're sounding like you're in favor of independent candidates.
So I am planning in the future for running for a local office.
Oh.
And I have struggled because I am a Republican.
Yes.
I side and I favor on the side of the Republican Party.
Yes, sir.
But just like anything else in life, when it comes to local government, I feel that that's going to put a constraint on people that would vote for me just because I have an R behind my name, or just because I may have a D behind my name. I think it separates us so much in a local election that we really find ourselves not being able to get things done, or not get the people who are really right for the job, because I'm not voting for them because they got an R behind their name, or I'm not voting for them because they got a D behind their name. Even though they do a really good job, I just can't, I'm a Democrat, so I can't vote for a Republican or vice versa.
Yeah.
The inherent bias of the political parties, right? I think that the advantage of putting the R or the D is that you have the support of the local party and everything that goes behind that. And so that's why a lot of people do affiliate that way. But, with the independent, then you don't have to go through the primary process. So you're automatically.
Unless you have another independent running.
Really? Do they have two independents running? I mean,
if you did,
you
would
become
have
the
to-
independent candidate?
You would have
Aren't
to.
they both? But aren't they? You're not representing a party, though. So why would the independents do a primary?
Don't you have to?
I don't know if they do that.
If you're an independent, don't you have to get like a certain amount of signatures to get on the ballot, since you're not a party affiliated individual? I think that may be more like state races and federal, but I'm not sure if local goes that way. But I know with independents at a bigger level, you have to do that. Now, as far as local goes, I have no idea, but because you're right, the party affiliation, the funding is there, but with independents, obviously, I think, and Roger, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think in the past we've had maybe somebody run for mayor as an independent. It's been a while, maybe.
I'm not even.
Like I said, I don't remember every single election, but
Can't remember what happened.
but this one is very unique because I mean there is a talk out there about Mr. Copeland, and I think that it's a grassroots campaign that is growing. I think, and I think he's going to sit back tonight and kind of watch and see how this all turns out.
Oh yeah, he's watching to see who he's going to be running
Exactly.
against, really.
I think bottom line is if you have I think what is good for Mr. Copeland tonight is if this goes to a runoff. If it does not go to runoff and you have a clear winner tonight in this democratic process tonight with those four individuals, if you have a clear winner, then that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough hill for him to climb come general election. But if it goes to a runoff, that's good for him going into the general election because that tells you that maybe little less than half of the Democrats that vote today, you might be able to swing some of those your way.
Without any Republican candidate running, then he can draw some of those.
Draw some of that support too.
I would say the majority of those because I think that very few, or there are some that will cross party lines and vote for the Democrat because there's no Republican choice. But it's a lot more appealing, I think, to have that I choice than a D.
And that's what's going to be unique going into this because, I mean, let's just go and put the cards on the table right here. You've got an incumbent on the ballot. You've got basically he's not technically an incumbent, but he's been in office a couple of terms. And then you have two individuals. You have one that's been on the city council, one who's been very much in the public eye, with the Meridian Police Department and other areas. So... And then you get Mr. Copeland. I mean, a lot of folks have told me he's relatively unknown to them. Yeah. And I think the more you hear him talk, the better you understand his platform. So,
well, I can assure you after today, you're going to be hearing a lot more about Jimmy Copeland because
there's really no need to have an intense campaign right now.
Yeah,
because
we've had him
had
him on our show already. Like we have other candidates, and by the way, we're going to continue that process. Sure. You come on the show, we can have you on here, but. Yeah, but that mayor's race, it's going to be, if it goes to a runoff, that's good for Copeland. But if it does not go to runoff, it'll be a little bit of a tough hill to climb.
But the other dynamic in that is if he can convince the voters in the next, month and
6 weeks,
2 months, whatever it is, that that he is a qualified choice other than someone who's already been in the office.
That's going to be his rallying cry, I think.
Yeah. So and when you look at his qualifications, there's nothing that makes him any less qualified than the people that are there now. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be. I think it's going to be a very interesting
and nothing
2 months
and nothing against Ward 3 and the incumbent Mr. Norwood, but there's just too many folks running in that Ward 3 Democratic seat. That will go to a runoff.
It's going to run off. That's right.
But the mayor's going to be that one tonight. Obviously, is going to be one to watch as far as how the numbers kind of lean in several of these wards. Mm-hmm. So.
All right, it's Mornings in Meridian, and of course, we appreciate you being out there. We do need to take this quick break. We'll come back. I'm Roger. He's Rob. He's Charles. Our mothers named us that. Not sure exactly why, but it's our names.
Yeah.
Okay. License to chill. No birthdays for Jimmy Buffett or Kenny Chesney, but it's a great name. I just thought it'd be nice to play it. License to chill.
Where do you get that license?
I think you probably go down
DMV?
I think you go to a local tavern.
A local tavern
of some sort.
Okay.
Yeah. Mornings in Meridian. I'm Roger, along with Rob Atkinson.
Good morning.
Charles is in the house.
Good morning.
Might have to go all the way to the Keys. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Glad you're out there. We are glad. Well, it is the 1st of April. We have turned the page to another month on the calendar. It's April Fool's. We played no jokes. I'm just not into that anymore. It was fun when I was 13. But anyhow, we're glad you're out there, and we want to hear from you. Our number is 601-485-9191. And if you also have a license to drive, and while you're driving out in the neighborhood and somebody hits your car and messes it up, you also have a license to go to Premier Paint and Body Shop.
Well,
let them fix it.
You don't even need a license to go there. Well, you need a driver's license to get there. But
Yeah. Yep.
That's right. Premier Paint and Body, providing the best auto body work and quality paint jobs for over 30 years. Of course, that hardworking, dedicated staff led by Ty Booker has over 100 years combined experience. You can't beat that. No job is too small or too large. The results are like new, and they'll give you a free estimate and work with your insurance company. How cool is that? And they're conveniently located right next to Johnson Dodge on Highway 39 North. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. 601-482-PAINT is that number. 601-482-PAINT. Whether it's a ding, a dent, a scratch, or something much worse, Premier Paint and Body are the ones to fix it. They are the Premier Paint and Body Shop here in town. Right next to Johnson Dodge on Highway 39 North. 601-482-PAINT.
Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a phone call. What do you say there, Rob and Charles?
We'll do it.
Good morning. Welcome to our show.
Good morning, guys. April Fools.
Oh,
Good God.
My chills just went down my back.
Sorry for the drop call a while ago. Magic Jack let me down.
Magic Jack. Okay.
He does
All
some
right.
magic, yeah.
Okay, then. Well, welcome back there, Lefty. What's up? Besides you just playing a prank on us here.
I forgot to ask the question a while ago. Why isn't there? I'm just wondering. I'm not expecting a question or answer, but you have to wonder why nobody says, let's have a parade for Elon Musk for saving the astronauts.
Well, because
Let's
they
have
weren't.
a parade
They
for
weren't.
him and Starlink and everything else.
They
that was
weren't.
done that-
The astronauts. Now, come on. Now, the astronauts weren't stranded. They weren't in danger. They weren't forgotten about. That, we have allowed the Republicans to really just blow. They've been able to blow this out of proportion. Those astronauts weren't. They could have come home any time they wanted.
Well, that's what some Democrats said, and I'm like, well, if he said they could have caught a ride, I said, well, if they could have, I thought to myself, if they could have caught a ride, why didn't they?
Mm-hmm. They weren't.
never
Yeah,
heard
so
of
that-
a more
nothing
outlandish
heroic
statement.
here. Nothing heroic here to see. Just let's all move along.
Well,
I'm
if
playing-
it'd been back in the Apollo days, I guarantee you they'd had a ticker tape parade for whoever saved.
Well, I
I
got to say that I don't think Elon Musk would want a parade. He doesn't seem like the parade
would.
kind of guy. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
He's very humble.
Yeah, he is.
Just some money for his baby mama. Would be nice.
All
to y'all
17
this
of them.
morning, while I'm thinking about it, is has anybody, the press or anybody, asked Percy Bland whatever happened to that $2 million that came up missing? Was that ever accounted for?
Oh, no.
Zoinks.
I mean, that was a subject at one time while he was in there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't remember that, to be
There was
honest.
$2 million taxpayer dollars that was unaccounted for.
Shad White, line 1. Shad White, line 1.
Seems like there was an audit after that, wasn't there? Now that we think about it. But yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I remember when it
If there
came
was
up.
an audit, there should have been an answer. Where, if they get audited, you'll find out where it went. But I never heard.
Yeah.
But
I do remember the TV.
I
I remember the news story on television about escorting Ed Skipper to his car.
Yeah.
That's nice of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess he was keeping too good a track of the money. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Aha!
No, I remember that. Yeah.
That's a lot of taxpayer dollars, y'all, to be unaccounted for.
You're right. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a hell of a lot of money, and for it just to be, forgotten and that was years ago. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's just something that if I was a fan of his or not, I guess I'd show up one of his rallies and ask him that question. Like, well, whatever happened to that? Was it ever accounted for? That was in your administration, wasn't it, Mr. Bland? Yes. But anyway. But I'll ask the hard questions.
Well, I don't know why, the city budget is like $60 million. You're only talking about 3%. I don't know what the deal is there.
Well,
I'm having fun with you, sir. I'm having fun with you. All right.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, good questions that need to be answered. That was good. That was a good question, sir.
All right, y'all. Well, I won't call any more today, but I meant to ask that a while ago. And,
well, that's fine. You can call back. That's fine. That's good.
Forgot all about it. But if it's up to me, I'd throw that man a ticker tape parade, especially if I was those astronauts.
Yeah, they I don't know. I didn't see the interview with was it Hemmer?
Mm-hmm.
Bill Hemmer. They had an interview with him. I didn't see that. I was wondering how that went. I like what Jesse Waters said though. He said Bill Hemmer dropped the ball. He didn't ask the question. This was on the 5 yesterday. Yeah. Jesse Waters says, he didn't ask the question that everybody wants to know. Did they hook up while they were up there? No! That's what he said.
Wow.
That was Jesse Waters' words. Oh. I'm thinking.
That's a young man's perspective.
I guess so. Anyway. All right. Lefty, good to hear from you again. Get out and vote and let us know how it goes.
All right.
All righty. It's Mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're out there. You too can be part of the show. 601-485-9191.
I have 2 million. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. And we've gone over the sample ballot before, and I guess, it wouldn't hurt to do it again. If you just kind of want to pull up, we've got the contested races here, and if you're on our Facebook page, you can see the sample ballot. Rob has it up there, and Rob, walk us through that.
All right, for City of Meridian Mayor, I'm just going to read them off as they're displayed on the ballot. Ty Bell, Percy Bland, Rita Jack, and Jimmy Smith. And you do have the option to write someone in. Don't forget that.
And that is the Democrat side.
That is the Democratic side. There is no Republican on the side for mayor today. Mm-hmm. Ward 3. City Councilman, you got Joy Finley, LaQuincy Kimbrough, Sandra Faye Moore, Joseph Norwood, and Tracy V. Timms. I guess that's going to runoff.
That's going to go to a runoff.
Of course, you got Beverly Henson, I believe, is on the other side of that Republican, unopposed.
And she'll be on the general ballot in June.
Ward 4, this will be the race. Whoever wins this today will be the council person for Ward 4. There is no Republican. I believe that is correct. There's no Republican on the other side for 4 down the road. Kim Houston, Ramondi Gale Walker. Those are the 2 in 4.
So that will be decided today,
That'll
folks.
be decided today. Ward 5, Democratic side for council, you've got Shirley Bolden Goodwin and Brandon Rue and Jatara Smith on the Democratic side. And in the Republican sample ballot, Ward 1, Republican Elton Reed and Elliot Brewer. And then Ward 5 for Republican Chad Acton and Dustin Hill. So those are the 2 races that are contested on the Republican ticket today. And, of course, Ward 2, as we mentioned earlier, Dwayne Davis is running unopposed on the Democratic side, and Kyle Waller is running unopposed on the Republican side. So those 2 will meet in the general coming up in June. June 3rd, I believe, is when the general will be. So there you go. And,
all right.
Of course, your precincts, go over those one more time. For you folks in Ward 1, be sure to check your voter registration card. But Ward 1 precincts are Trinity Presbyterian Church, which we heard earlier was pretty busy to start out the morning. Northcrest Baptist Church, Student Youth Center, and North Park Church. That's your Ward 1 precincts. Ward 2 is Meridian Little Theater, Velma Young Community Center, and Oak Grove Baptist Church. Ward 3, only 2 precincts, Mississippi State University, Meridian. El Bethel Missionary Baptist Church. Ward 4 is 3 precincts: Old Mount Barton School, Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church, and Prince of Peace Christian Fellowship Church, and 3 precincts in Ward 5, 15th Avenue Baptist Church, Bonita Ridge Apartments, and Trinity Presbyterian Church is the third precinct there in Ward 5. So that's the way it's listed.
That's a bunch of places.
That's a lot of information.
That's according to the City of Meridian. I got that off of their website. This was approved, the district lines for the voting precincts, on June the 20th of 2023. So that's where we're referencing those precincts. So just check your card, and polls will be open until 7 tonight. And get out there and make your mark today.
Yes,
and just don't take it for granted, and hope you flood those polling places today. And we don't say this enough, but you poll workers, appreciate what you do out there. It's a long day being at those precincts, especially in a primary, and hopefully we'll get a good turnout today. I just hope we get a good turnout. I just hope folks get enthusiastic about this and go out and vote for whoever they feel is going to be the best for their office.
Well,
So,
it's a beautiful day out there.
it
so
is.
you
Perfect
need to get
day.
out there and do it.
Absolutely.
No excuses.
Well, Lefty was talking about Musk and his space program. SpaceX did launch last night the first ever polar orbit mission. It's SpaceX's first ever polar orbit projection into space by the the Falcon? I guess what they call that little rocket booster, the Falcon 9. Carried them into space, and of course, the people on board include cryptocurrency billionaire Chun Wang. Chun Wang's up there.
Is that like Wang Chung?
Vehicle.
Everybody Wang Chung.
Everybody.
Chung.
Okay.
You know, I just wonder if he changed his name like that. Vehicle Commander Janik Mikkelsen Janik Mikkelsen, however you want to say it, of Norway. Pilot Rabia Rogue of Germany, and medical officer and mission specialist Eric Phillips of Australia. The mission is expected to last 3 to 5 days.
Okay.
Now,
Arctic orbit.
It says Arctic orbit. Now, is that like going over the North and South Pole that way? Is that the way it kind of works?
That would be Arctic, Antarctic. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't. You know.
I think they're just mapping out Greenland for.
I think that's what they're doing. Let's
future
check it out.
future development.
That looks like a good spot for a resort.
Yeah. Hey, I skied Greenland.
Hey.
All righty. Let's take a phone call here. Mornings in Meridian. Good morning. Thank you for holding.
Good morning. I just wanted to clarify something because I'm in Ward 1, and you
Yeah.
said Trinity Presbyterian. That's on my card. But you also said Ward 5 is Trinity, so there's 2 wards.
That's
it's the same place.
That's the reason I referenced. That's what the city put up on their website, and we're just reading straight from what the city put up there. So
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, they have it. They have it listed on here. Trinity Presbyterian 1A is a precinct code for Ward 1, and then in Ward 5 they have Trinity Presbyterian Church 5C is what they have listed on the City of Meridian's website, and those were approved by the council on June the 20th of 23. So.
Well, maybe it's in separate places at the church.
Maybe.
Well, that's not complicated
Okay, all
at all.
right, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
Okay.
It's so clear.
Yeah, when I noticed that yesterday when I was pulling that map up, I was like, I hope that's a typo, but it's been up there for a while now. So
Is Trinity Lutheran supposed to be part of the process?
yeah, they have them both listed as Trinity Presbyterian here on the site. So
Because we have discovered that in this day and time of people relying on autospell, autocorrect, and all the AI and LI and every those other I's, still
rely on my eyes.
People still make mistakes.
that's right.
So I don't know.
I wanted to throw this out here real quick. There is some traffic that is backed up here going into Meridian on Highway 145 near the Evangel Temple. Is temporarily closed. Mississippi Power is working on a utility pole, so traffic is very heavy all the way to 22nd Avenue Heights.
See, they're disenfranchising voters, keeping them away from the polls.
See what they're doing.
Look at what's happening here.
Somebody pay the power company.
This is terrible.
All my staff's going to call in late, too.
There you go.
You're stuck in traffic. You don't even come that way.
You don't even come that way to
What are you
22nd
talking
Avenue
about?
Heights. What are you talking about?
So we just got that from Cash Matlock a few seconds ago. So.
Ash Madlock, man on the spot.
We take serious news and make it fun.
Or we just make fun of serious news.
That's what we do. We make fun of serious news. All right, let's take a serious phone call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
Take a that detour down Dock Rock Road, Valley Road, turn off at Bronson Road on to Highway 11 south at the airport.
There you go.
Boy, I tell you what,
And you're safe to go.
You painted out the route almost that I traveled yesterday, trying to get
It's
to
a good one.
Mount Vernon Baptist Church.
It's pretty this time of the year out there.
Yeah. Okay.
I had one of the voters that was driving called a minute ago and said, "How can we get the results of this election this evening?" And I said, "Well, I think I know who might know, and that's why I'm calling."
Well, we will have the elections here on the air, our results tonight with our good buddy Cash Matlock, Queen City Newsfeed.
QueenCityNewsFeed.com is a good way to find it.
And we'll have them right here on the air tonight.
And it'll be on the air, yes.
Well, since the system is electronic, to total those votes to get the total results instead of hand counting them electronically, that should be pretty short, shouldn't it? Since they close at 7.
I would think so, because when you look at, because there's 3 precincts in every ward with the exception of Ward 3. It's got 2 precincts. I would think we should see I would hope a quick night. So,
About what time, you suppose? I can forward this information.
I would think, just working these elections in the past, I've worked several city ones before. Usually it takes probably maybe 30 minutes for that first box to arrive there at City Hall, and I would imagine probably no later than 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay, that's good enough. Thanks for your help.
Yes, sir.
And the good news is Mayor Smith will be counting the mayoral race. Right?
All right, that'll be about 12 midnight.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We love you, Jimmy.
I had to make that joke.
Oh, we love you.
Unfair.
We take serious news and make it funny.
We do.
That's right.
That's right. Well, glad you called, sir, and of course, hope you, if you haven't already, hope you get out and vote and everything's cool.
I'm on my way. Thank you, sir.
All righty.
Excellent.
Thank you for your call. All righty. You too can be part of the show, 601-485-9191. In the meantime, we encourage you, while you're out and about, go up Highway 19, I guess go down Highway 19 south. Highway 19 south. Go past the Golden Arches and look at that nice red, white, and blue sign over Truckers Supply.
That's right. Vote for Truckers today.
Yeah.
519 Highway 19 South. That's one-stop shop for all your tools. They've got Milwaukee tools there. A full room. It's like a Milwaukee
You
super
go back
center.
there, you see red. I mean, it is red in the whole back of the store. It's just so
red.
cool.
Everybody sees
and
red there.
there's still stuff that I want. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'll be back.
You'll sneak in. Yes, indeed. That's right. Cordless power tools, saws, drills, impact drills, sanders, grinders, cutters, routers, grease guns, and more. And they all have the interchangeable batteries. So it's a whole system you're buying. Of course, Milwaukee tools made right here in the state of Mississippi.
And Charles, I just want to say that I am still enjoying the safety metal gas cans that I bought there years ago at Trucker Supply, and they still have them.
You're enjoying them?
I enjoy them.
You enjoy the gas cans?
I like the metal gas cans.
But you enjoy them?
I do.
Okay.
I
I enjoy a donut.
Because
You know what I mean?
when you
I
take
don't know
those
that I
old-
enjoy a gas can.
Instead of those leaky plastic gas
Yeah,
cans,
I don't enjoy those.
I like the metal gas cans that they have there at Trucker Supply.
Of course, they do have those, and they got Yeti, everything Yeti you need, whether you need a new mug, a lunchbox, a cooler, you name it, they've got it. They even have the replacement parts for those. Need a new lid for your mug? They got them there, too. And they even have Yeti dog dishes. Yes, get some for the pooch, too. And hot seat pressure washers, too. Can't beat those. Best they make. And hot seat pressure washers are also serviced there at Trucker Supply, 519 Highway 19 South, your one-stop shop for all your tools.
Absolutely. It's Mornings in Meridian, and we need we'll take this little break here. We'll come back. I'm Roger, and this is Rob, and this is Charles. So stay tuned. We'll be back. Has Tuscaloosa Ted been digging through the record stack again?
Shut up! It's God's anthem.
God's anthem.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Mornings in Meridian. Roger along with Rob. Tuscaloosa Ted's in the house.
Yep.
He's keeping an eye on that Final Four.
Yeah. Well,
Anybody but
Auburn.
Anybody but Auburn.
War Eagle.
Anybody but Auburn.
Okay.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Martin Roofing. They're in my yard today.
In the yard.
Yeah.
They do yard work too?
No, they don't. They're putting a new roof on the Burke home. You know, the roofer that told me this wasn't Martin, the original roofer. So the original roofer told me those were 30-year shingles.
30 years.
Turns out they're more like 25-year shingles.
27.3. Yeah, I got
So Martin Roofing is busy, and we appreciate them coming out. And folks, this is not a, they're not giving me a deal because I'm talking about them. Though they're our sponsors, and they do pay their bills. But they're out there, and I'm happy to pay the bill to make sure that we get a new quality roof on our home. And Martin Roofing is out there doing it.
That's the deal. That's right. The deal is you get a great roof.
You can have the same great deal at 601-485-5920. 601-485-5920 is their phone call, for their phone number. And they'll schedule a time to come out. Doug will get on your roof, measure it, give you a good, honest quote.
Doug.
That's right.
Martin Roofing.
Martin Roofing. Well, that's it for today on this April Fool's Day.
Get off your duff and go vote.
Don't be a fool.
That's channeling his best Billy Jack right there.
Get off your duff.
Get off your duff and go vote. All righty. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll have results, talk about the results of the election tomorrow. The primary. It's the primary.